Hello everyone, and welcome to a video that you can only call a blast from the past. Because 10v10 servers are back in Steel Division Normandy 44, and people actually are around to play them. There are 20 people in this game, plus me, who is spectating these wild action. I just turned off the HUD to show you this lovely map that is Sword, with the beaches over here, the channel over here with Pegasus Bridge, and down over here more territory. Damn, this map was amazing. And yeah, we have 10 people in here, including Aegis, including Hyperion, who are doing a lot of work to keep the SDN44 community running. And then also people like Green, and yeah, me as a spectator. They asked me to join, but I was a bit busy at the moment they asked me, so I was jumping in as a spectator, or I am jumping in as a spectator. This is played live whilst we're streaming it. I'm a bit behind, so I will just jump up forward. Don't go full speed. Yeah, don't go full speed in Steel Division Normandy replay button, because otherwise the speed doesn't go back to normal speed afterwards. Yeah, good old bugs that haven't never been fixed. And yeah, then you can't hide the bar. So we might as well live with it for now, and then for the cinematic moments hide the whole HUD. But yeah, it's amazing. We have a lot of cool little things coming up, and here we go. Yeah, 1 time speed. Time limit 40 minutes. Here we go. Some Panzerjägerstück VFs coming in over here. Cuties driving through the French countryside. And the good old pen system, which was so easy to predict. Like, you could just calculate it in your head. Differences between your penetration and the enemy armor, and then whenever you get closer, you added +1 to your penetration value. And you know, and then they also were the chance. I think it's 7% per difference. So if it's same, it's 7. If it's a bit better, it's 14, 21, 28. I think that's the steps. Yeah. And so you could always calculate it. Same with the accuracy level. You could calculate that as well. I think it's also 7% per accuracy at the first shot. So times 7, 5 times 7, 35% chance to hit with the first shot. Adds 1 accuracy per hit. If it gets stressed out, it loses per level of stress 1 accuracy. It was just such a... I mean, it's gamey, it's board game, but it's still simulated reality good, and it's just the best representation of a board game you can have, like of a World War II board game in video game form. That's what I really like about this game. Also, the colors are just so lush. Like, everything is just looking so good. You can see here, little Stuart driving forward, together with his friends. Little Stuart command. And it runs into an ambush of a 352nd player with the lovely little Panzerjäger that is just sadly so bad in Steel Division 2. But in this game it was pretty good. He had 1000 meter range, he had a really good rate of fire of 10, and the AP value was pretty decent. It didn't deal the most damage, but it had only 10 HE rounds, which is a bit of a shame, no MG, but it was also pretty cheap for 55 points. So in Steel Division, normally that was a really low price. As Fallschirmjägers, for example, cost you 45 points. So it's, or Panzergrenadier. Well, I guess Panzergrenadiers are still 30. But yeah, MG 42 also stayed the same. Heavy tanks and so on got a bit cheaper though. 55 points for an A. Well, I guess we're getting closer again between these two games. Like, yeah, at the beginning of Steel Division 2, prices were just so much lower over the board. But now, over time, we got a bit more differentiation in Steel Division 2, I guess, as well. Which was a good thing here. Like, King Tiger was really expensive. You had to save up for a long time to get King Tiger out. Yeah. Here you have a little Stuck. Panzerjägerstück with fewer HE rounds, but also being way cheaper. Because normal Stucks are 130 points even. So, yeah. They are pricey. Pack 40, 105 points. Also quite pricey. And AT guns were the biggest issue in this game because they were not stealthy enough. And they got stressed. They didn't have enough hit chance and got easily stressed. So yeah. Ooh, some air bombs. P-51 Mustang coming in, and the OP off map coming in over here. Assault Pioneers moving forward in these lovely, lovely towns. Down the road. And down Ersatztruppen. Might want to retreat. Infantry combat is so low lethality. That's why, like, everything in Steel Division Normandy was so low lethality. Outside a couple of, like, really a few things. And these few things are really OP. Like, off-map, really lethal. Heavy bombers, really lethal. And Fallschirmjägers, really lethal. And that's kinda it already. And, like, 2-star veterancy, really good tanks, also pretty lethal. Like, and those things, because of that, were pretty OP. Like, yeah. Because everything else just doesn't deal much damage. I guess mortars were also pretty good in actually killing off infantry. Like, it's the other way around from Steel Division. You pin down the enemy infantry with your infantry, and then you kill to Steel Division 2, and then you kill them off with mortars. Kinda. Meanwhile here, assault breachers with TNT. They threw their TNT, and that still kills. You could easily dodge it though in Steel Division. Normally the explosion, the time till explosion was really high, so you could run away from the building and didn't even take any damage. We have Fallschirmjägers here now. They're only on one-star veterans here now they're on 2-star. And yeah, they can deal out quite a lot of damage, especially against moving targets. Against targets in buildings, I guess they don't deal as much. But here we have Fallschirmjägers versus assault creatures. Assault team. I'm not quite sure which division that is actually. Is it? Oh, I think it's Big Red 1, isn't it? Yeah, it's Jeff with Big Red 1. Ah, he remembered. A division that came in really late, and there was also not much played, so that's why I don't have the most memory of that division. But yeah. Division is also so memorable in that game because they had their income and so on, not all for the good reasons, like, yeah, some divisions just being unplayable because of income and so on. Like, not that fun. Oh, or being OP because of income, like Desert Reds, for example, down here. Or they also had some other stuff that made them OP. Yeah, Desert Reds retreating. Fighting someone with a Rhine Vielfachwerfer. Is that a 116th player? No. What is that? Getaways. Getaways? Oh! It's... Right. It's Rhine Vielfachwerfer of the 21st Panzer. Do we have a King Tiger? No, we don't have a King Tiger yet. But yeah, these explosions don't look too good anymore. Yeah, the animation's not too hot there. But everything else, it looks pretty okay, I guess. Like, the color just makes it good. Like, it really makes you feel warm. Don't know. At least me. Obviously, a lot of nostalgia there speaking, but yeah. Like, you only get reminded how good Steel Division 2 actually was graphic-wise in comparison when you go back. Like, a lot of stuff here looks kind of dated by now. I mean, Steel Division 2 also has some of that, but not quite as much. Other than infantry faces. Infantry faces still look pretty shitty in Steel Division 2 as well. No real improvement there. Maybe even a step back. And the color palette is just such a disappointment. Brumbear tells the sniper scouts there. A lot of sniper scouts around here. From Pottlers. Bringing in the Canadians. Right. Stack counts. This is a Ram 2 then. Yeah. Good old Ram 2. Not having HE shells. Only having an MG, but being tankier than normal Shermans. And also having a pretty good AT gun. Based on a 6-pounder. Stuart. Over here. Fighting a duel with the IG. Not hitting because it's really stressed out. And now the Panzerjägers come in to finish it off. But there's a second Stuart around. How is that firefight going? And yeah, usually first shot never hit in this game, but second shot hits here. Because, yeah, even with high accuracy, never had more than, yeah, like 35%, maybe 40% hit chance. And another Stuart goes down. Well, only really a couple few units had really good. Like Veteran C, buffing them up each level and so on. Yeah. Ooh. This is not going well for the allies here. They're losing quite a lot of stuff. Cromwell tries to get out. Cromwell, really important unit. HE tanks were some good damage dealers as well. Meanwhile, Heels over here under fire. Cromwell has to retreat. Driving backwards. Such a horizon just looked good. Like the lighting was really good in this game. Like that they did really well in this game. When you zoom out, this map looks way better than most of the Television 2 maps. In my eyes. 12 minutes in. Grenadiers under fire by the Cromwell. This should be fun. We are the 51 for the allies. Yeah, every centimeter of the map you get matters in this game. Nobody fights over flags. It's just how much of the map you control. Which made it so interesting because, yeah, even something like this could make the decisive difference between having a +1 against you or having no tick against you. I mean, obviously on the 10v10 map it's not as noticeable, but in a 1v1 this would be nearly 1% or more of the map, maybe even 2%. Yeah, this will get it back to 50-50 most likely, this bubble that explodes right now. Frontline also behaved a bit different in Steel Division normally and it does in 2. Not really super noticeable, but sometimes it does. Mortars getting killed. By the way, when you watch this video, it's Saturday, and I'm on my 24-hour stream on Twitch. And I also will try to get a 10v10 going on that. So if you're interested in joining that, check out the Twitch channel. Game should be, like, the goal is to get it going around like 9:30, 10 PM Central European time. So if you're around that time, might be worthwhile checking out Twitch if you want to play some 10v10 Steel Division normally. So yeah. Here we go. Mosquito finders trying to come in. Ooh, napalm in this game was just so deadly. These guys will have a rough time. Or will they? Yeah, they're dying so quickly now. Ooh, they've been down. Yeah, this guy's down. What was the classic strategy? Also, falling back, it was always through the napalm because it was always to the rear. Oh wait, he's not dying. Come on, die. Don't make me a liar. Okay, move into the next napalm field. Yeah, they don't try to dodge the napalm. Which I think they do in Steel Division Norman 2. Yeah, they don't see that as a danger here though. Meanwhile, the meme brigade is moving forward. AI was very average. 352nd. With the Feldpanzer 3H, which had only 4 accuracy. This was always so annoying with this Panzer 4H. Meanwhile, meme tanks try to get kill onto the Cromwell. Out from 600 meter range. In this game the ranges also felt right. Like maybe even low, like this might, but yeah, these 200 meters are actually not quite 200 meters. Like scaling was actually too high in this game, whilst in Warno we have now the other way around issue. Like, yeah, these are no way are these 200 meters, are they? And those Cromwell is like 8 meters long or so. That's not 20 Cromwell lengths. So, yeah. Interesting how Eugen scaling works. Sometimes it's too big, sometimes it's too small. Never fully right though. I guess in Steel Division Normandy 2 we are pretty close to being right with the ranges. But also not quite. Ooh, the Rekis. Ooh, sneaky. Nice. Getting the Opal Blitz ammunition stolen. Really, really cool. A blast from the past here. Yeah, this is just amazing. This is just absolutely amazing. Ah. We have some off-map going on here. We have some off-map going on. Gepards. Yeah, with some Black Panthers. And from what I've seen, these games mostly, like the community is mostly organized via Steam groups. If you want to join them, I guess you can ask Argus on the SDL Discord, or maybe someone can link them down in the channel below if anyone is around from there. And yeah, how is the game going? So it's still, even though the Germans are pushing over here, they get pushed back in the north, it seems. Yeah, there's some blue. Yeah, somebody has to get this under control. Nobody's here, wow. Yeah, nobody's. Ernest Thielemann is really hard under pressure. And yeah, there's a big gap between him and the other guy. And these units, Shonky could just completely annihilate all of this, but he doesn't see it, obviously. Like if we switch to the janky side of view, yeah. Now you might start to realize that there's nothing there. But let's go back to neutral view. Meanwhile in the north, heavy fighting going on. Till it kills against Aegis. Aegis playing the good old 101st. Yeah, good old 101st. Yeah, one. M15. Some Shermans arriving as we hit B phase. What is the AA situation on the other side? Actually, quite a bit of AA around here right now. And yeah, the M3 gun trying to hit that Speerwagen 232. Not quite able to hit it. Nah, misses again. Mustangs coming in with the bombs, dealing some damage against the Fallschirmjägers. Speerwagen gets killed over here. And Panzerjäger Stux and Panzer 39H. Good old French tank. Moving forward. M15 trying to protect against the ME 109s. The 109s are around now. Oh, a lot of fighters in the sky. It's a big air battle here. And yeah, as you can see, AA doesn't really deal much damage. Also surprisingly little stress damage. Like, always funny how useless AA is. Even compared to early Steel Division 2 levels, AA in this game was just trash. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Just puke. Boop, 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 boop. It deals 0 damage and it also deals really little stress damage. Is that a Gabby dying? No, it's just a 2-star Thunderbolt. But it's not Gabby himself. Okay. Would be a real disappointment to see Gabby going down. Like, then the allied team would have had to surrender. It's a classic system in Steel Division Normandy. Also, the planes have a lot of range compared to the map size, compared to Steel Division Normandy. Like, yeah, planes were a bit of a broken system. Corbo, always known for getting 3rd FJ to be really annoying in all the tournaments. Not quite being the best player ever, but always being like Division 1 level in Steel Division Normandy. And yeah, always being annoying. Meanwhile, Priest trying to hit the 81mm. Belsis might want to disengage here, Hyperion. Meanwhile, how's the Axis push going on over here? Pretty decent. Gets it back to 50-50. And did someone realize that there's a big gap in the Allied and the Axis front? Yeah, someone put some stuff up there. There's a Panther G coming up here. Oh wow, he killed it. Now, Jelf, you just need to move in units. You just need to move in units. Like, move me. Like, I guess the Panther... No, nothing covers this really. Even these artilleries, you could just drive... Could just drive down this road here. Kinda. And then just go here. ENA Maniac comes in with a unit. Vespa gets counter-batteried. Artillery, not as obnoxious as in Steel Division 2, because it's not flying from all the way over here to all the way over here. It has a limited range, quite limited range. Like, this artillery has 2,400 meter range, which if we check here, can only reach up like to here. Instead of getting all the way here, killing off spawns and something like this. Only really limited kind of few units could even fire like from one side to the other side of the map. Whereas in Steel Division, basically everything that isn't a 80mm mortar can do that. So yeah, it made a lot artillery play a lot less annoying in 10v10s in my eyes, because it wasn't like, oh yeah, one team won the RT war, it has now fully the capability to fully suppress you anywhere on the map. It's more Like, yeah, it's a limited section kind of thing. You also don't have to be worried that your artillery gets sniped from somewhere else over the map. So, yeah, you might be even able to see artillery coming up to try to snipe your stuff and so on. Which is not a thing in Steel Division 2, which is, in my eyes, one of the biggest mistakes in Steel Division 2. The full map ranged artillery makes team games for me quite hard to enjoy. In 1v1s, I feel like the artillery is fine. I mean, it's not much different to Steel Division Normandy artillery, because on the 1v1 map these can also reach a lot of spaces, because 1v1 maps are not that big. But yeah, 10v10s were just a lot less RT spam, because you couldn't get hit by the whole RT of one team at the same time, which just happened to like feels like it happens really often to you in Steel Division 2. Yeah, Befehlspanzer 4 coming in. The X is really under pressure over here. Dennis Tillman getting pushed by Mr. Tango and Jelf. And yeah, this is quite some struggle here for Dennis Tillman. Quite some struggle. Meanwhile, Panther G down here arrive for a superior mystery. Having 2 Panthers at the same time on the battlefield is quite insane. I mean, Panthers also were still not that amazing in Steel Division Normandy, unless you were first SS and had them on a discount. Everyone else didn't really... Is he playing? Oh yeah, he is playing them. Okay, I was like, yeah, maybe he plays them, and yeah, so it is. He plays them. But yeah, 280 points for Panther G. It is quite a lot of money here when you only get... How much does he get? He gets 130 points of B-Phase, so he needs to wait more than 2 minutes to get a Panther. Yeah. Meanwhile, over here, rifles get pinned down. Stuck, it's here. Green HD on the push with Stuks and Gepards. But Yelf and brings in the assault bazooka, gets a shot off, but doesn't hit. Oh no! I don't think he will get pinned down, so he should get a second shot, and he gets the kill. Yeah, Green HD has to be careful here with his armored units. Uses a Kubel MG against the M1 gun. Yeah, doesn't end too well for the Kubel MG. Yeah, he has to get something in here. Oi coming in here. Green HD with some Lampanzer 251. On his... Is this 9th? Is this 4th? What is this division again? One of the armored divisions, but I forgot which armored division it is. Yeah, heavy fighting all around the sector. Frontline, as you can see, is full of units. And if we go in here, yeah, everything explodes. Everything explodes. Oh boy. Stuff flying around everywhere. IG getting killed off by Sherman. Field engineer getting hit by the IG-18. Rumble pushing back units as well. And AI very average is under heavy pressure here. Doesn't have much to hold the front line. No armored units around. So these Shermans, Cromwells, Stuarts can be really, really dangerous. Stuart 3 with the 50 cal on top. Such an annoying unit to deal with in this game. Yeah, Cromwell 5's also pretty decent HE. Yeah, there comes the ping. He really needs help. He needs to get the hell out of there as well. Very average AI brings in some Stuks. Where's this going? Okay, trying to get an AT gun. In the south of green space. Oh no. Unloads early enough. I guess. And gets the kill. But yeah, this guy needs help. Gets the Stuk out for himself. Gonna waste. Trying to hit it with his Raketenvielfachwerfer. 204 Spearwagen. The good old Panhard. Trying to come in. Trying to get the kill. IG-33 hitting the Sherman, but Sherman hits back quite hard. Nothing has changed there. Well, I guess Sherman's hit a bit less now, actually, in Steel Division 2. But they didn't hit less for quite a long time. They just hit as hard for a long time in Steel Division 2 as well. Meanwhile, nice rocket run there, pinning down Queen's new Storm Pioneers. Assault Bazooka now can push forward again. Might even be able to get the half-track killed. Nope. But yeah, these have to get out of there. Green, press the retreat button. Yeah, they're getting out of there now. GMC brings in more units deeper though. And we still are at a 50-50 and still both sides having 0 points. 60 minutes remaining, so every single point ticking might be decisive. And yeah, I think I had 10v10s where it never went over 0-0. Even had 1 or 2 1v1s where it was like decided last second by insane pushes. After being like close to 0-0 for such a long while. With the time limit, that happens quite often. And also with, like, yeah, controlling a bit more of the enemy doesn't just give you a flag, like it does quite often do in Steel Division. Normally, where 13-11 is often decided by, like, the map being quite easy. We had that in Steel Division Normandy as well for a long time, with when it only ticked at 51%. But luckily they changed it that it only starts ticking at 52%. So that you have to have a like meaningful advantage map side on the map. And it's not just being, oh yeah, I got my units, I have a better road, so I got my units a bit further forward, so I get the tick. Because a lot of the maps were pretty imbalanced with that tick. But with the 52 tick, a lot of them got quite a lot more balanced. With the maps being based on realistic locations though, never reached full balance. What goes on over here? Puma, retreating, getting forced back past Ice. One of the best units is in Steel Division Normandy. Yeah, the amount of micro you were able to do in 10v10s and team games in Steel Division 2. In War now it feels kind of similar again. Not quite the same level, but you just didn't have too many units to handle in this game. So it was always fun. And if you had the voice chat, oh yeah, the B520, really good French playing there. If you had voice chat, you could even just focus on one thing, like I bring in tanks, you bring in the infantry, or I just spam airplay this game. I mean, I guess you can do that in Steel Division 2 to some extent as well, but yeah, you just get so many points in Steel Division 2 that it's a bit tougher. Though Jagdsaw still spams a lot of air. Oh, we have a big boy. Big boy has arrived. 14 minutes to go for you, Mr. King Tiger. What will it be? 21st Panzer has brought in a really big boy. Let's follow this storyline now. Let's not focus. Well, let's wait till he's on the front line. Let's see. What is the situation here currently? Ooh, we're actually getting pretty close into enemy territory here. 51% now for the Axis. Quite often seen side in 10v10s in this game, because yeah, Axis have the armored advantage in the late game with their heavy tanks. No IS-2s are so around, so King Tigers and Panthers are kind of hard to stop with tanks. Yeah, Sherman 76s are pretty good at killing them, and so are bombs. But the thing is, yeah, in this game it doesn't seem like the Allies got their air superiority going, which they usually can go for quite easily. Well, as I say that, there seems to be quite a lot of air coming in here for the Allies. We have some B-26 Marauders coming up. Yes, just not in the south. Because yeah, like, what the Germans can capture with their tanks, the Allies can capture with their planes. HS-129 goes down, and yeah, AA is just doing pew pew pew, but not dealing any damage. As you see, this bomber didn't really got damaged. Got a bit of smoke and stuff anywhere, but yeah, no real damage, no trailing smoke or anything. The damage modules were still the same. This one actually got a bit too close for comfort though. Yeah, if you get really like ground strafing, you could get shut down. Get really close to the enemy, then the accuracy would go up and so on as well, so it would actually hit you. Panzerschreck of Gunaway is around here. And where's the King Tiger? Oh, the King Tiger is actually going down this road, helping out very average AI. Such a good name. And let's see what it can do. As Gunaway also tried to push into this, but with the Wasp, the legendary Wasp, came around. So useless in Steel Division 2, but so amazing in Steel Division Normandy. Just so hard to beat because it, yeah, had outranged Panzerschrecks with 260 meters. It was just so insane. Like, these have more range in this game than they have in Steel Division 2, whilst everything else here has lower ranges. Like, they have the quarter of a range of a normal tank in this game with their flamethrower. Ooh, we have the Yak Panthers, one of my favorite units. I played a lot of 352nd in this game, not so much in Steel Division 2. They don't quite went over well. I guess it's because they don't have we don't have a time limit in Steel Division 2, and they are kind of like a like Vanguard kind of deck with their income, like 90, 100, 130. They have really good income in early phases for this game, and you want to put on pressure on the enemy, but you also want to win in the long game. And this doesn't really happen in Steel Division 2. You either play Vanguard and you try to win early, or you try to play balance and then you just try to survive. And so you don't really have the playstyle that fit in my eyes, the 352nd model. But yeah, let's follow the story of the King Tiger. The story of the King Tiger. Ooh. Demolishes some buildings. Guy on top, real shot. Not getting spooked or anything. Oh, this game is beautiful. Like, I know, it looks kind of shit. Oh my god, yeah. As I say that, it drives against the tree. And it just goes from summer to autumn for the tree. Oh my god, the grass textures. The grass textures. Do I even have this game on high right now? Is it the settings? Or did this game just... I'm pretty sure I played this game on the highest settings. Yeah, I'm playing it on same. Just look that shit. I mean, grass in Steel Division 2 obviously also doesn't look too good. But it looks better than this. Ooh. Put something down. No internet for this village anymore. It's obviously internet cables. I know my World War II history. What are you doing, King Tiger? I guess King Tiger is trying back and forth. I wanted to see some cool action. I mean, at least we have some cool wreckage over there. Driving by some destroyed Germans. Is there anything going on? Can we see anything from here? Ooh, getting closer. I think some action over there. No. King Tiger is really scared, isn't it? Oh, some enemies in these buildings. And there's still... Yeah, the hut... The turning off hut didn't really turn off the whole hut. Or I guess maybe it was just that the buildings get blue. Like, maybe that's how it was in Normandy in city fights. Maybe when the Allies entered the building, it just got blue. Maybe I have to learn history a bit better. I also didn't turn off Frontline. Yeah, something that people asked for a lot in Steel Division 2. I think it's better. Ooh, yeah. The Yak Panther gets the Sherman. Firefly is around. Then one can be dangerous to Yak Panther. Yak Panther. Also can be dangerous to the Königstiger if it gets them from the side. We have 25 points for the Axis so far. 25 points. We got to a 52 at some point for 25 seconds. Damn. Can they achieve breakthrough somewhere? Somebody is frantically pinging. Aegis is pinging down here. Meanwhile, Jelf is bringing in the bombs. Is bringing in the pain. But 51 remains. Yes. Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot of advantages over here. Like, they advanced a lot over here. Meanwhile, here the Axis are heavily under pressure. Guess this is 3 players? Yeah, versus only 2? Yeah. There's always interesting dynamic in 10v10s. I also like that in Wano. As in Wano also the maps are more like 3-dimensional. In Steel Division it's always Frontline. And you push and you get pushed back. In Wano it's more because of the like maps not being like really wide but not really deep. And but more being like really same width as length, or like at least somewhat like that. Maybe even deeper than they are long. maybe even deeper than they're wide. So, yeah. Ooh. Spitfires not being able to get a kill there is kind of disappointing. Yeah, Ju-188 were just so tanky. And we have another 52 for the X's, so I guess the X's win here. They keep ticking. They need to be 250 points above the other side to not have a draw. Yeah, draw is an option in this game as well. We have some quite nice D520s, which have excellent agility. They have better resilience, but they're also pretty fast for this game. 500 was pretty fast in this game, and they have decent cannons as well for this game. Compared with the G55 now, with 600 kmh and 320 mils and so on, obviously that's nothing, but yeah. We have in Steel Division 2 now. But a lot of shitty fighters in this game overall. Daimler getting forced back here, bombs hitting hard. 52% for the Axis. I don't quite see how the Allies can come back right now. As I said, the air train that is usually always there for the Allies at some point in a 10v10 just never popped up. Oh yeah, Green HQ under heavy pressure here. But he's trying his best to not lose too much territory. And so far the Axis seem to be gaining still. 53% now for them. But Green is under heavy pressure here. Like yeah, I've never been a big fan of the Lightning Rocket ones. I mean they were pretty okay against AT guns, I guess, but everything was pretty good against AT guns, so it didn't really matter too much. Panzer Grenadiers popping out, should pop back in. Oh. Uh-oh. AVRE goes down, and this is a big loss for the team. A huge loss for the team. With the AVRE, they might have been able to push through here. But yeah, it's just such a bocage country here. Infantry being able to pop out and back in and out was just so annoying for an armored player, but also so rewarding as an infantry player to get a jump on this. And it also obviously kind of realistic for the battlefield we are on. Meanwhile, Panzer IV tries to get the shot, gets the shot off, and gets the kill. Damn, Panzer IV, good job. And the Axis are breaking further through. 54% now. As we're 4 minutes to the end. This should be interesting now. This should be really interesting. This was really a lot of fun. Oh my god. Shots are going on. Meanwhile, AA flying around everywhere. And yeah, more AA coming up over here as well. Spitfire's trying to come in. Would be nice. And Möbelwagen moving forward. Wolverine around 55%. Axis are winning. Dead zone. Bunch of Pak 40s here. Dead. But Jeff is still trying. Axis are so close to victory though. As they're also now breaking through in the north. Puma's going down. That was the Puma we saw earlier. Pretty sure. And yeah, they even stopped the push of Aegis in the north. Fully dead in its tracks. Pilot kills now moving forward. And yeah, let's watch the last couple of minutes in the cinematic mode again. As artillery tries to hit other artillery, I guess. Meanwhile, one Sherman DD is slowly moving forward to a front line that is fully ablaze. Buildings burning. Germans on the march. Meanwhile, over here, infantry is fighting on infantry. You can not really see them as they are hidden in bocages. Yeah, trying to see infantry from afar is just so hard in the cinematic mode. Over here, what is shooting? An MG? It's a ranger squad, I guess? Or, like, airborne rifles. Meanwhile, over here, we have some air duels. with a JU getting out. Getting the hell out of there. D520 is still flying around here. At this part of the map. The Allies still hold this town, but they never were able to break out of it. So this should be a lot of fun. Meanwhile, yeah, this lovely boy is driving forward. Units unloaded. Can they get any further forward? Can they make it a last minute win? I don't think so. Yeah, the front line. Over here they also break out of the village. It's a classic side as well, because Allies usually were better at building town fights. But yeah, if you want to see this, as I said again, at Sunday I will try to get into a game as well. I will stream it, and yeah, it would be lovely to get a 10v10 together at Sunday. And big thanks to Eugen for making these possible again. So giving the small but loyal community these maps to strike. 10v10s always were such a fun. I loved team games. I played more team games in Steel Division normally than I played 1v1s actually. Whilst in Steel Division 2 I next to never play team games, because I just don't enjoy the artillery there at all in 10v10s. This was a good shot too. Yeah. Churchill's versus Panzer Force in CQC combats on French Boccages. God, these maps are beautiful. Panzer Force on the move. This should be really, really nice. And here we have it. Axis total defeat. Who had the most kills? Aegis actually had the most kills in the Allied team, but oh wow, get away with his 21st. King Tiger. Classic. Classic. No, I'm pretty sure it was not down to the King Tigers. But yeah, GGVP to everyone playing here, and I hope to see them in a game and soon. And yeah, hope to see you all soon. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.